Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mary Suba, and this is the Knowledge Room with Mary. Here, we talk about relationship. We learn, unlearn, and relearn. Today, our discussion will be on things that you need to know before you say I do. So we are going to talk about 10 steps to know, especially as a lady, before you say I do. Let's dive right into the video. Number 1, before you say I do, you have to first of all know yourself. Do you understand your own self? Do you understand your values? Do you understand your belief? Do you know your weaknesses and your strengths? So if you know all these things, you'll be able to know whether the person coming in for you is the right person, whether you'll be able to live with the person, whether you'll be able to share common values with the person. But if you do not know yourself, how will you decipher between that man and the other man, between two people who have approached you that they like you? So before you say I do to a man, you need to first of all know your beliefs, know your values, understand yourself, know your weaknesses and your strengths before you go in and say I do. Number 2, do you understand what love is? Love is not just about feelings. Love is not just about butterflies in the belly, no. But rather, love is patience. Love is kindness. Love endures. Does this person endure pain? When it comes to sweetness, when it comes to a lot of things, love will help you grow. There is this scripture in the Bible that talks about love. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 downwards. It says that love is patient, love is kind, love does not boast, love does not envy. So you need to understand all these things about love. Will the person be able to endure the good time and then the bad time with you? Will you be able to endure the bad times and the good time with the person? Because love is not all about the flashy things we see, but rather it's about patience, kindness, and endurance, and many more. Number 3, love is not about charm, but about character. Love is about character and not charm. You need to observe the person as a lady. Does this person treat people well? How does the person carry himself? Does the person treat waitress or people beneath or below him so well? Or he just treats people anyhow? Don't settle for a man who maltreats others and think of himself so highly. No. Watch that person so closely, because what you see that person do to others, that person will do the same thing to you. So please, it's not about the charm, how he looks at you. No, it is not always about that. But it's about character. How he treats others, his family, his friends, people around him. You'll be able to know if this man will treat you well. If you go to a restaurant and this man is shouting on waitresses or waiters anyhow, and then you expect him to treat you right, it doesn't work like that. Check character before you say I do to that man. Number 4, assess compatibility and not chemistry. I call it CC, compatibility and not chemistry. Do you both share the same values, the same norms? Are you having the same vision? Or can you go into that direction that man is going? And do you know your genotypes? If the person is AS and you're also SS, do you know that it might not work? If you are AA, the person is AA, it will work. If you are AS, the person is AA, it will work. Do you know your genotypes? These are the things that you should consider. Not chemistry, butterflies in the belly. I love this man. I feel something for him. What? No. Assess compatibility, because it's very essential in marriage, so that you don't give birth and then your child will be deformed, or will go through certain sicknesses that you might not like about the child. So please assess those things and not chemistry. Number 5, have the money talk. Let's be real. Love does not pay bills. Honestly, love doesn't pay bills. You have to ask this man, is he working? If a man is not working, please don't say I do. No. Otherwise, you are going to suffer in that marriage, especially if you are not also working. So have the money, and the partner must have the money. So both of you must have something doing before you enter into that relationship. It doesn't mean that it should be plenty or too much. The little you have, it's enough. But then, if the man is not working, please do not enter into that relationship. If the man is having the vision, and then you know that this man is going somewhere, and then for now you have the money and you think you can help, support, fine. But me personally, if I would say I do, girl, I would have to make sure that the man has money, has something doing. I'm not saying plenty, because some men, they are rich but they are not kind. But if the person has little, the person can support. Come on, you are good to go. Both of you should have something doing so that you can build a future together. The 6th one, get counsel and accountability. Sometimes love is blind, but you need to trust people, have trusted people around you, even if they are few. Let's say your spiritual mentors, or you have a mentor, have someone above you that you can speak to, and then tell the person about this relationship that you want to find yourself in. If possible, introduce the person to your mom or your dad or someone you really trust, your spiritual mentor, your pastor, if only you trust the pastor, because not all pastors or men of God are good. So if you trust that man of God, if you trust that mentor, if you trust that person, speak to the person about this person you are going into the relationship with, and see what they will say about the person before you say I do. Don't go in without letting someone know about the person. Before we continue, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and then share as well, and bless someone with this video. Let's continue. Number 7, listen to your inner peace. Peace is very important. Your inner intuition counts. If you are uncertain, if you are confused about this person, please listen. Listen, because if you are confused about the person, don't say I do. Don't accept the person's proposal when the person comes to you. Don't accept it at all. Don't. Listen to your inner intuition. Don't ignore. Does the person gives you peace, that comfort that you need, your peace of mind when you are with the person? If the person is toxic, don't enter into that relationship. You are in a relationship with someone and then the person is already slapping you, and then you still want to be in a relationship forever with the person, going to say I do. Hey, that marriage won't work, because it's going to be worse. So please listen to your inner intuition. Your peace of mind is so essential. If the person is not giving you peace from the onset, please don't say I do to the person. Number 8, choose a man that is emotionally intelligent. Don't choose a man who is not emotionally mature. A man who is emotionally intelligent knows how to manage conflict. The person will not cause you pain. The person will not ghost on you and come back. Yes, even if the person needs space, the person will tell you. But to ghost you for a month because you are fighting or you have misunderstanding, it means that person is not emotionally mature. The person is emotionally immature. And you cannot say, I do to such a man. No. So if the person can handle conflict, the person knows how to manage his emotions, knows how to apologize, knows how to say, I'm sorry, knows how to handle petty misunderstanding. That is the man that you should choose. That is the man that you should go into a relationship with. Not a man that will blame you. Not a man that will victimize you. Always you are the victim here. Always you are the problem. You can't sit to discuss your issues. Little things, he can't control himself. He's breaking televisions. He's crashing down things because he's angry. Oh, please, don't say I do to that man, I beg. Otherwise, you suffer when you enter into that marriage. You're gonna suffer, and we don't like that. Number 9, check for shared spiritual or life foundation. Do you have a common belief? Because if the person is a Muslim and you are a Christian, how are you going to manage in that marriage? How are you going to survive? So will you be able to survive? You need all these. You need to know all these. How? Because if you have a clash of cultural background, or you have a clash beliefs and then you don't know how to manage it, it's going to bring a lot of problem in the marriage. So please, even as Christians, you can be a Jehovah's Witness and then maybe you are not supposed to marry someone from the Church of Pentecost, but you want to get married to this person. How are you going to cope? So your beliefs are very important. Your spiritual background are very important. Check, how are you going to combine this? If you're able to, the person can be a traditionalist and then you are a Christian. How are you going to manage this in the marriage? So you need to sit down, discuss this before you enter into that relationship. If both of you can deal with it, then you are good to go. But if you can't, please have a common belief before you enter into that marriage. Lastly, this is very important. Number 10, he must have a mind of his own. Is he always swayed by friends? Does he always listen to friends? If friends says, let's go here, does he follow without prioritizing you, without discussing it with you, without telling you? If the person just go out with friends, let's go here, he follows. He doesn't have a mind of his own, when to say no and when to say yes, and he's just following. If someone says do this, he just does it without considering you, without picturing you into the plan or whatever that is going on. That man is not good for you. Don't say I do to that man, because what friend says is what you will do. Then when you enter into marriage, whatever the friend says you should do, that's what he's going to do. It means that person doesn't have a mind of his own. But you have to settle down with a man who has a mind of his own, who can take directions. And even if you want to seek counsel, he seeks wise counsel. But if you just get married to or say I do to someone that friends will say, let's go to the club, he wouldn't consider you, then you just follow. You should know when to go and when not to go. Maybe you people need to have certain quality time, and as at that time friends are saying let's go, and then you said, oh babe, I'm just going, and then leaving you there. Please, you don't have to. Otherwise that person will neglect you in the marriage. He is not considering your emotions. Yes, because a man has to invest in you emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, everythingly. Yes. So please choose a man who has a mind of his own, who does not just follow anyhow. doesn't have his direction. Assuming a bus is going to Kumasi and then he is going to Accra, and the bus says Kumasi, we just go jump into the Kumasi bus whilst he's going to Accra. He doesn't know his direction. And how can that person lead you if that person doesn't know his direction and doesn't have a mind of his own, when to say no and when to say yes? Thank you so much for watching me. If you find this insightful, and if you've learned, if you've gained knowledge in this, and if this will help you, kindly share with friends. I believe that this will transform you, and then you'll be able to make the rightful choice. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until we meet again, stay radiant, stay wise, stay focused, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.